Hi there, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we are going to see most commonly used array methods in JavaScript. These are the methods that every JavaScript developer is going to use when they are dealing with arrays. So without any delay, let's begin. And firstly, we are going to see forEach method in JavaScript. So I'm just going to comment it out here in forEach. So what does this method do? So forEach simply helps us to loop through, or it helps us to iterate through every single element of an array. So let's just say I'm creating a array called numbers out here, and I'm assigning some random values. So let's just say I'm assigning 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So now I just want to iterate through or loop through every single element inside this array. So what's the way of doing that? So you might be saying just use a for loop and then it is going to loop through every single element in an array. Yes, I can do that way, but is there a cleaner way to do that? Is there a better way to do that? And JavaScript gives you this for each method through which you can do in a cleaner way. You can iterate through every single element in an array. So let me just show. So I'm just going to write the name of an array. So that's number here in this case, and I'm just going to say dot for each. So this is a method or a function that I'm calling out here, and this function is going to take another function as an argument. So that's why we call it as an higher order function. So higher order functions are those functions which are going to take another function as an argument or return a new function. So for each is a method and it is taking a new function as an argument. So we are just going to pass a new function out here, and now this for each is going to loop through every single elements in an array. So it is going to loop through every single number. So I'm just going to write this number out here. So like we used to write I equals to 0 when we are writing for loop. So that's the same way of doing here. So instead of I am writing here number, and I just can loop through all this number. So here in order to show you, I'm just going to console.log the number out here. So let me just log the number and I'm just going to show you. Let me save it, and here my live server is open. So let me go to the browser and you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all the numbers are being looped through. So basically for each provides you a cleaner way to loop through every single elements inside an array. Now let's move to the second method, that is map function that we are going to use. So let me just comment this out here, and then now let me just start with the map. So map is similar to for each. It helps us to loop through every single elements. Now you might be saying, then why do you have two different methods? Like why just not use for each? So the major difference between map and for each is for each just helps you to loop through every single elements, and you can see we are just looping through every single elements, but map gives you a new array. It loops through the existing array, that is a number out here, and then it just gives you a completely new set of array. So let me show you with the example. So here we already have a numbers array. Now I just want to loop through this array, and then I just want to put some certain condition and I want to create a new array. So how can I do that? I'm just going to create a new array saying new numbers out there, and in order to generate a new array, I'm just going to say existing array, that is number we have, and I'm just going to write dot map function. So here now it is going to loop through, and this map function is going to take again a function as an argument, and it is going to loop. So since this map function is looping through every single element, so I'm just going to write here as a number, and I'm just going to write some certain condition. Let's just say I'm going to say number into 2 out here. So what this map function is doing, it is basically looping every single element, and it is multiplying that particular element with 2. Like it is saying 1 into 2, 2 into 2, 3 into 3, and 5 into 5, and so on. And it is going to get all those data and then make a new array and then assign to this new number variable. So basically we are getting a completely new set of array using map function. So I just can show you out here by logging. So I'm logging new number, and let me go to the console, and as you can see it is giving me 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. So it is multiple of 2 of the existing array. Now let me just log out the existing array out here. So let me just write console.log quickly. Okay, and I'm just going to write out here numbers, and then notice like map function doesn't do any kind of changes to the existing array. It just loops through the number, it makes some changes based on the condition we have given, and it just returns you a completely new array. So this is a new number that we have generated. So on the top you can see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this is the modified array that map is returning us. And here console.log number, so this is the original number, and you can see it is same, it is not being changed. So this is what map function does. It loops through every single element, it modifies it based on the condition we have given, and it returns you a new set of array. Now let's move with the third method, and then the third method is called find method. So let me quickly comment this out, and here let me write find. Okay, let's just say you have a large set of data stored as an array and you want to find a certain item or certain data. Then this find method helps you to find that particular element. So let's just say I'm creating an array called products. So here in this array different kinds of products are being stored, and here I'm assigning some random values. So I'm just naming it out here. So name, I'm just going to write t-shirt, and how much quantity of t-shirt do we have. So I'm giving the quantity as 4 out here, and let's just say the second one is going to be shoes, and the quantity we have, that is going to be, let's just say 8 quantity. And the third product, let's just say it is going to be t-shirt only. And then let's just say the fourth quantity is going to be book. Okay, it is going to be any random book, and the quantity, it is going to be 6 here. And let me change the quantity of this. So let's just say this quantity is going to be 9 out here. So this is the list of product array that we have created, and now I want to search a certain product from this array. So let's just say I want to search t-shirt from this product array. So how can I search? So I can search using this find method. So I'm just going to say products, that is the array that we have created, and I'm just going to say dot find. And again, since it's a high order function, so I'm just going to pass a new function, and I'm just going to write it as product, because again it is going to loop through every single product out there. And let's just say I want to find a product which is a t-shirt. So I'm just going to say product dot name. Okay, a type out there, and then the product dot name should be t-shirt. So I'm searching a t-shirt from this products array, and let me see whether it is going to give me a t-shirt or not. So basically this find function is going to return a t-shirt product to us. So I just need to store that return value somewhere. So I'm just creating a variable out here, and then I'm just going to say prod value, so short form of product, and I'm just going to store that t-shirt. Now let me log this product and let me see what I'm getting out here. So let me go to the browser, and you can see here I got t-shirt, name t-shirt, and quantity 4. Now you just notice out here carefully, we have two lists of t-shirt out here. So first product we have t-shirt and its quantity is 4, and we have second product that is also t-shirt and we have quantity of 9, but it does not return you all the t-shirt. It is just going to return you the first t-shirt that it is going to find inside this array. So let's just say if I remove the position of this t-shirt and I just place this t-shirt out here in the last, then it is not going to return me the same t-shirt which is having a quantity of 4. It is going to return me this t-shirt which is going to have the quantity of 9. So let me save and let me go to the browser, and you can see now the quantity is changed. So that means here now it is returning me this second t-shirt. So the find method helps you to search a particular elements inside an array, but it is not going to return you all that element existing out there. It is only going to return that element which is in the first place. So you can say that's the limitation of find method. It is just going to give you one single product out there or one single item out. Now let us move with the fourth method that we are going to discuss, and then that fourth method is going to be filter method. So it is one of the most common method that you will be using as a JavaScript developer. So let's just say if you have a large element inside an array and you want to filter out a particular element, particular set of elements from that array. So let's just say I want to filter out all the t-shirt present inside this product. So here notice the find was only giving me that particular element which is placed in the first position inside this array, but I want to filter out all the t-shirt. I just not want to filter out only one t-shirt, I want all the t-shirt. So for that we can use filter method here. So again I'm using the same array and I'm just going to say products dot filter. I'm just going to write the filter method out here, and again since it's a higher order, so I need to pass a function as an argument, and let me write product, and again it is going to say product dot name equals to t-shirt. And since this filter method is going to return me that particular value, so I need to store it inside a variable. So I'm just going to write const filter product. So this is going to be filter products, and I'm storing it out here. And now let me just log this value. So let me quickly copy it, otherwise I'm going to make some typo again. Now let me save and let me go to the browser, and you can see it is returning me an array with two items. So the first one is t-shirt with quantity of 9, the second one is the t-shirt with quantity of 4. So the find method was only finding one particular element and it was not looking out for other existing element. Whatever the element it found first, it was going to return that only. But the filter method is returning, or it is filtering out all the elements that we have searched for. Here we have searched for t-shirt, and here are two t-shirts stored inside this array, one with quantity 9 and the other with quantity 4, and it is filtering out both with the quantity 9 and quantity 4. So it's a pretty powerful method that you are going to use it whenever you are working with a project. Now let us move to our fifth and the most powerful array method, that is reduce. Before that, let me quickly comment this out here and then let me write reduce. So reduce is one of the most powerful array method that you can use while working in some kind of projects. So reduce method basically helps you to loop through every single element inside an array, and it is going to condense all those elements and it is going to return you one single output. So what do I mean by that? So let me show you an example quickly. So let's just say I'm creating a variable called numbers. So I just have this variable already here. Let me copy. I'm just commenting it out here and I'm just pasting it out here. So let's just say I want to loop through all these array element and then I want to return the total sum of this element. So I want 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. What is going to be the total sum? I just want to return that particular value. So how do we do that? We have one simple way, that is writing for loop. So let me show you that simple solution. So here I'm just going to create a variable called sum and I'm going to assign value as 0 out here, and I'm just going to write a for loop and let me say let I equals to 0. So I have initialized with 0 and I'm just going to say I less than numbers, that is the array that we have created, and I'm just going to say dot length I plus plus. So this is a simple for loop that I'm doing out here, and I'm just going to say sum is equals to sum plus numbers of I. That's all, and it is going to give me the total sum of every element present inside an array. Now let me just log this sum value and let me save and go to the browser, and you can see I got 15 out here. So if you add all this number, you're going to get this 15 value. But do we have a better way of doing this? Can we write a cleaner code in order to solve this same problem? And yes, we have, and that we can do using reduce method. So let me comment this down quickly and let me show you the cleaner approach of doing the same problem or tackling the same problem using reduce method. So I'm just going to write the name of an array, so that is number, and I'm just going to write reduce, and since it is also a higher order method, so we need to pass a function as an argument. So I've created a function out here, and here this function is going to take two arguments. The first one is going to be accumulator and then the second one is going to be current. So you might be saying what is accumulator and current? So these are very simple concept. Accumulator means this simple sum variable that we are doing. in some variable we were just accumulating all these values out here, right? We were looping in this for loop all this value, and we are just accumulating, we are storing all those values that we are adding inside this sum variable. So that is the same way in reduce we just said accumulator, and current means this I value. So it is the value that is iterating through every single element. So here instead of I we write it current. So here accumulator means this sum variable, and current means this I variable which is looping through every single value. And here I just need to write accumulator plus current, that means it is same as sum equals to sum plus number of I. If just do this and you're going to get the same result. So again it is going to return a value. So I'm here going to create a variable called total out here, and let me log this value total, and let me go to the browser, and you can see it is returning me 15 again. So this is a cleaner way of doing this. So let me uncomment this here, and then let me go to the browser. Now this whole for loop and this reduce is going to give me the same result. So both are giving me 15 and 15. So that's the benefit of reduce method. It gives you a cleaner way to write code. So yeah guys, so these are the 5 array methods that you are going to use as a JavaScript developer in your day-to-day life. So if you just like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to come up with more such amazing content next time.